Oh, don't tear up my papers. Okay, you guys. Hey, it's Amy and Diesel today. He wants to be in the video with me. So today is July 27th, 2020. It has been approximately 2 weeks, give or take a few days, since the miscarriage. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to talk to you about life after a miscarriage. Things that you may feel that you don't need to feel. And how you can bring yourself up even though you're going through such a hard time. So I'm not going to go back and talk about how it happened, because you can go back and watch all that. I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to tell you what has happened from after that last video to now, okay? So your emotions after a miscarriage, and you guys, I've got notes. So if you see me looking down, I'm going off my notes, okay? You're going to go through periods of grief. Can you stop licking your arms, please? Do you need a bath? Please. This dog, you guys. So, okay, you're going to go through periods of grief. And some of the first ones is going to be like shock and denial. And for me, how I felt numb. I didn't feel anything. And that worried me more, because I was like, shouldn't I feel sad or, be crying? And I didn't feel nothing. But that's okay, because that's normal. Ain't that right? It's normal. Alright, your next phases of grief is going to be anger and guilt. You're going to try to blame yourself, because that's what I did. I also was trying to blame COVID-19. If you saw our last video, we went and got tested. Both of our results come back negative, by the way. I will put that in the other video. I'll make a comment. But we still have to go back and test again, because we still have children testing positive. So we're not talking about that, though. But I was trying to blame that. I was blaming myself. I was blaming everything, when it's nobody's fault. What was going to happen was going to happen regardless. So depression and despair are the next ones you're going to go through. I had no appetite. I just didn't want to eat. I was never hungry. Thank God Kevin is an amazing cook, because he made some pretty good meals that I was like, I want to eat this, because I knew I needed to eat regardless if I wasn't feeling hungry or not. I didn't want to be around anybody. Like, we're a pretty family-oriented group, and I didn't want to be around, like Kevin's parents, and I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to talk to people. The way they looked at me when we told them what had happened, it made me feel worse, because it felt like I let not only, Kevin down, but I let them down, and I let everybody down, and I just didn't want to feel that. So I kind of isolated myself. There'd be nights where I didn't fall asleep at all. I couldn't sleep. It was really it was terrible. But you don't need to be alone. I'd get to the point where if Kevin wasn't in a room with me, I'd freak out. And I would start acting like, I'd start accusing him of not wanting to be around me. And so I had like a really bad case of like separation anxiety from just Kevin alone. And I couldn't understand why. If he had to run an errand or something, and I stayed home, I'd freak out. I'd cry. I'd get all emotional. Things start running through your brain, and it just wasn't good. wasn't good. So, you guys, you're allowed to grieve as much or as little as you want. Like, there's no right or wrong way, okay? You know, for me, I didn't want to grieve. I didn't want to be that person. I wanted it to just be okay. But it wasn't okay. Really, it wasn't. Find support. My best support was Kevin. You know, you may find support in friends or other family members, maybe an animal, but find support. Let's see here. If you're religious, you can turn to religion. You know, grab the book and read it. Won't get into my religion and such, but I'm always studying and practicing my religion. So, I mean, if you're really dying to know what religion I'm into, you know, comment below. I'll let you know. But you know, I tried to get into that a little bit, but my mind kind of just wasn't hitting it. So that didn't really work for me. Family and friends, everybody is going to be checking on you because they care, you guys. And I was to the point to where I had 6 different ladies, okay, that was checking on me every day. Some were checking on me multiple times a day. And I'm going to insert their names here as it's rolling across the screen. These ladies, there are 3 of them that I have never even met in person before. I have met through this journey. They have watched my videos on YouTube. They had friended me on Facebook. And we talk day in and day out. And we've become really good friends. And I cannot wait to meet those ladies. But these 6 ladies here, you guys were tremendous. And you pushed through. And even though sometimes I'd get a little annoyed because I didn't want to talk about it right then, but I really appreciate it now, more so than I did then, because you really helped me more than I thought it would. But I really appreciate you ladies. You know, I found a quote online after doing a lot of research about miscarriage, and I'm going to put it on the screen here. A miscarriage can be an indication of a future fertility. That gave me hope, okay? So again, a miscarriage can be an indication of future fertility. So that did let me know that the surgery worked and that I can get pregnant, okay? Now we just got to push forward and try again. Now, another quote that I had found that really kind of helped me, and I'll put it on the screen again. No 2 losses are the same. No 2 pregnancies are the same. No 2 babies are the same. And no 2 women are the same. Do not compare yourself to anybody else. Because you're not them, you're you. So this here, what I just went over, was me. And what I went through. You may not go through that. You may go through some of it. You may actually go through all of it. Just as I did. You may go through more. Don't compare yourself. Watch and learn. Just watch and learn, you guys. Okay, you guys. So the next thing I want to talk about is some things that I found online that I think could really actually help everybody. And that's the whole point of this video. Okay? These are the top 10 things to stop thinking and to stop doing after you have a miscarriage, okay? So, number 1 is feeling alone, okay? Because you're not alone. Okay, so many go through this every day. And most of you know, and you know, on Facebook there are all these, you know, TTC groups and all this stuff, and there's even groups for miscarriages. But we are out here. We're here to listen to you when you're ready to talk. I'm here for you guys. Find me on Facebook. Send me a message saying, hey, you know, if you want to friend me on Facebook, hit the friend request, but send me a message, because I do kind of screen who I put on there, but send me a message saying, hey, I saw your video, you know, whatever, and then I'll add you. But you're not alone, and I had to stop feeling like I was alone. Just know that you're not alone, okay? Now, number 2 is blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself, because me and you both know, it's hard to not blame yourself, you know, but I want you to repeat after me, you guys. I did nothing wrong. Okay, again, I did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong, you guys. I did nothing wrong. If you can, try to find out what caused your miscarriage. That can actually help you with getting through the process. But you know, sometimes there's not an answer for what you're looking for. So just know that you did nothing wrong. Nobody did nothing wrong. Okay? Number 3, wondering if you're normal. And this one was kind of weird, but let me let him out, because he's going to freak out. Okay, you guys. Having a dog that size isn't normal, okay? He's a Great Dane. He's about 150, 160 pounds. And he's approximately about 6'5" when he stands up. So, that's not normal. No. So number 3, wondering if you're normal. Okay? Grief is normal. Shock, denial, anger, guilt, lack of control, and then acceptance. It's all normal. Every emotion you're going to feel is normal, regardless if you don't want to feel that way or if you're, you know, going through it all. It's normal. You suffered a loss. No matter if you were barely pregnant like I was or if you were far along, it's a loss either way. And you're normal. Okay? Listening to negativity. Now, this one isn't as bad as you think, but people don't know what to say when you tell them you had a miscarriage. They're, I'm so sorry, or the things like, now you can try again, or the surgery worked, yada yada. But they don't mean it like that. They don't mean like, don't scuff them off, accept their condolences, because they actually mean well. And you may not understand it in the very beginning, because I didn't. But I look back now, and every single one of those people that I had told, and that, it shows that they care. Okay? They may pop off, but they think they're saying the right thing. Don't look too much into it. Just move along, okay? Now, number 5, ignoring your emotional needs. Okay, so like I told you guys, I felt numb. Because it was easier to feel numb than to feel emotions. But that was me ignoring my emotions, and I didn't need to do that. So as time went on, usually before I went to bed, I would be laying in bed and all of a sudden, boom, everything would hit me. It's okay. It's okay to take a break from your grief and from things, and to go out in the world and to laugh and to have fun and enjoy life. And then you start to feel bad, well, I should be, I'm just going through this miscarriage, I should be feeling sad and all this, but no, you don't have to. Don't ignore how you're going to feel. If you're having a good time, have a good time. If you're ready to cry, cry. Let it out. Don't hold it in. Don't ignore your emotions, okay? Number 6, you guys, worrying what others may think, okay? Remember to do what's right for you. What others think you should do may not be the right thing to do. Okay? So don't listen to what other people think you should be doing. You do you. Okay? Now, it's okay to stay to yourself and not want to be around others. Okay? But try not to worry about what other people think. That was me. I was too worried about, oh my God, what are they going to think, And it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. And none of it matters. You worry about you and your own, because don't worry about that. Okay? You're going to be all right. Now, number 7 is rushing yourself. Now, there is no deadline for grief. Okay? Some people think that you can grieve for a long period of time. Some people think, oh, well, it's been a week, you're over it. There's no right or wrong way. You grieve the amount of time you want to grieve. Okay? I'm 2 weeks out from my miscarriage, and I've accepted it. And it took about a week, maybe a week and a half. But the last few days, I haven't had any, you know, upset moments or anything. I've kind of just, you know, moving on. You know, some days will be better than other days, and that's okay. All right, so number 8 is keeping it a secret. Now, it's hard to hide when you're going through something this traumatic. You know, people will start to sense that something is wrong. So even if you don't want to share what you went through, maybe it's still good to give people a brief description. Like if you're at work or if you're somewhere, you know, your close family, just say, hey, you know, we lost it. I'm not ready to move on, right? You know, I'm not ready to talk about it at this moment. At least they'll know how to act around you. They won't be asking you how the, you know, how the pregnancy's going and how everything is. They'll know, and it stops them from, it gives you more time to go through your process before you start dealing with everybody else with their process. So try not to keep it a secret. Okay, now number 9, ignoring your physical needs. Now, immediately after you have a miscarriage, you'll have a lot of physical changes going on. So your body's going to try to transition back from being in pregnant mode back to being not pregnant. And then your hormones are doing this. So yes, you're going to cry more. You're going to feel anger and all these other crazy emotions that ties along with it. It's also part of your hormones going back to normal. So, like in my case, I didn't want to cry. Like I'm not that kind of person, but with my hormones, I just did it, you guys. So don't ignore your physical needs. You still, you know, stay active. Don't just lay around and eat. You know, if you're a very active person, you know, go for walks, go for jogs, run, you know, do your exercises. Try to get back to a normal routine. Listen to your doctor, but try to stay active and don't just let your body go. You know, keep it in a good state. Now, number 10, and this is the last one, is avoiding professional help. Okay, don't be afraid to talk to somebody about what you went through, because, you know, you're not alone, and it is normal. If you need to see a doctor to get through your miscarriage, find you one. There is no shame whatsoever, and it's absolutely normal. So you guys, this is my video today. I hope this helped somebody out there. It sure did help me, and that's why I'm putting it on film here, is because I wanted to help you guys. I hope this doesn't have to happen to anybody. God, I hope this doesn't have to happen to you. But if it does, I'm here for you. Find me, message me, whatever. Thanks you guys for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more. Our journey is not over. Currently, I'll give you a little update this month. I'm not tracking ovulation. I have no idea when my period's going to start. I don't know if I'm still on my 28-day cycle, if it's going to come 4, 5, 6 weeks after the miscarriage. We are not using protection, so we're just kind of, if it happens, it happens. Some people say you get pregnant 2 weeks after a miscarriage because you start ovulating. We are kind of hoping that happens, but at the same time, if it don't, then next month we'll start with the OPKs and starting all over. So our journey's not over. We just had a speed bump, and we're going to keep going. So thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.